we are going to start our class with the topic uterine development in mammals. Uh, Formation of uterus starts during the Mullerian organogenesis. What is Mullerian organogenesis? Mullerian is a duct. Show that. It is a duct, and from this duct, the female reproductive structures like female reproductive tract, oviduct, uterus, cervix, and upper vagina is differentiated. So, Mullerian, it is a duct, and during its organogenesis, uterus is developing. And by the way, what all things will develop? The vagina will develop, vagina's uppermost portion, cervix, then uterus, then fallopian tubes, all will form on the way of the organogenesis of Mullerian duct. Next, I am going to explain to you in detail the development of uterus. So we can explain, we can start its explanation with the help of a picture. So up to the 4th and 5th week of fetal life, there is no significant differentiation in the genital system, and during that time there exists only 2 pairs of ducts. 2 pairs of ducts in the embryo. And its name are Wolffian duct and Mullerian duct. The Wolffian duct is the duct that will give rise to male reproductive structures like vas deferens, epididymis, and testis. And Mullerian duct is the duct that will give rise to female reproductive structure in the future development. Female reproductive structures like a uterus, cervix, and upper vagina. The embryo is a male embryo. That embryo's premature testes produce a hormone called anti-Mullerian hormone. And this hormone causes the regression of the Mullerian duct. It prevents its further differentiation. It suppresses its differentiation. And at the same time, that premature testes produce another hormone called the testosterone. And this testosterone helps the survival of Wolffian duct and will lead to the development of male reproductive structure in the baby. That's the case if the embryo is that of a male embryo. And coming to the case of a female embryo, in that case, this anti-Mullerian hormone and testosterone both are absent. So, as this anti-Mullerian hormone is absent there, then Mullerian duct continues its differentiation, and as testosterone is absent here, then Wolffian duct cannot survive. Result is female reproductive structure like a uterus, cervix, and upper vagina will differentiate in the due course of embryonic development. Okay. Next, I am going to explain you the detailed process of development of uterus and its associated parts. So, during the 7th week, we know that from 6th week till 10th week, the kidney that is functioning in the embryo is mesonephros. So, I am going to draw that mesonephros kidney. Mesonephros kidney. It's a kidney, embryonic kidney is mesonephros kidney, the human embryo, and from its upper pole portion, the coelomic epithelium that found in the upper pole portion, it undergoes invagination and to start the development of Mullerian duct. So from there, because of invagination, what start to grow? The Mullerian duct. From here also, the Mullerian duct start to grow. It grows caudally towards its end, and it comes and joins, it touches the another structure, that another portion present here, it is called genital, urogenital ridges. Urogenital ridges. What is this urogenital ridges? They are certain fold that will give rise to external genitalia. Okay, after joined with this urogenital ridges, it continues grows, and it caudally it fuse together. Caudally, the Mullerian ducts fuse together. Okay, here it fused together, and then that fused and continue to grow. Continue to grow. I will show that. This end starts to grow in this way, and as it grow, it leave a septum in the beginning period till the 20th week. Till the 20th week, that septum almost present, and by the end of 20th week, it gradually disappears. Gradually it disappears. Okay, and this portion then form the uterus. That portion forms the uterus. This portion, and this portion, that fused portion, contain mesoderm. That portion contain mesoderm. And that mesodermal tissue give rise to endometrium and myometrium inside the uterus. Endometrium is a vascular lining that present inside the uterus, and myometrium is the muscular wall that form the wall of the uterus. I will show its picture here. This is the myometrium, and this one is a vascular lining formed from the mesoderm, that is the endometrium. Both will form inside the uterus. Okay. Then after that, this unfused ends of the unfused end of the Mullerian duct, it gave rise to fallopian tube. It gives rise to the fallopian tube. Sorry. Fallopian tube. Okay, and the fimbrial means the broadened end of the fallopian tube formed from the unfused Mullerian duct. It exists in the form of a funnel. It exists in the form of a funnel. And then again we are moving back to this area. The caudal end of the fused Mullerian ducts. That portion, it gives rise to the upper third part of the vagina. This portion forms the upper third portion of vagina. Okay. And at this
this stage, I already told that during the formation of uterus, here a septum is forming and it is gradually disappearing, reabsorbing, and that reabsorption will finish by the end of 20th week. And in some instance, that septum retained inside the uterus, and that condition is an abnormality. It is called a septate uterus. I will show the picture of such type of uterus. This is septate, that septum exists. It will lead to miscarriages. And we need to tell something about some ligaments. Ligaments are certain muscular tissue that gives support for bones, our joints, and here also certain ligaments are present. Importantly, round ligament and ovarian ligament. And both these ligaments, they develop from gubernaculum. What is gubernaculum? It is a mesenchyme tissue that's seen associated with ovary or testis. Okay, and from that tissue, the round ligament and ovarian ligaments are forming. First, I will show you the picture of gubernaculum. Okay, gubernaculum, it is an embryonic structure which begin as an undifferentiated mesenchyme, where it is seen. It is seen attached to the caudal end, hind end of gonads. In the case of males, it is seen attached with the hind end of testis. In the case of females, it can be seen by the hind end of ovaries. Okay. And next, round ligament and ovarian ligament. That also I will show you. Here we can see the round ligament. We can see here. This one, round ligament, and here we can say broad ligament. It is called the uterine ligament. And this uterine ligament always stays in position. It stay attached with the ovary. What is the significance? This ligament helps to keep ovary in its position. That is the importance. One more picture is there. Here we can clearly see that round ligament of that ovary, and also that ligament that connecting the uterus. Both of them we can see, and in this picture we can see the gubernaculum. I told that it is a tissue, undifferentiated tissue seen at the caudal end of gonads. Okay. So that's about uterus developed, and upper third portion of the vagina also developed here. And by the end of first trimester, what is its duration? Duration is about from the time of conception till 12 weeks. That is its duration. That is the first trimester. It is about 3 months of pregnancy. By the end of this first trimester period, the development of the uterine and associated structures from Mullerian duct will finish. It will over by that time period. Okay, that's about the detailed process of development of uterus in the case of mammals. Okay. And I hope that you have understood up to here very clearly. With this, we can finish today's class and section. Thank you. I'm an icon, and my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.